Tommy and I are doing everything we can to not have to get a real job.
There you go.
I love it.
So we're like, all right, what else
Nobody
can we
would
keep
take us
doing?
anyways, yeah.
And, but with the city of Roswell, this being my hometown and growing up here.
Roswell High.
Roswell High, 99, shout out.
Yeah.
The city's changed so much just from back in the day on Canton Street, it being a lot of kind of like some retail shops and now there's music all up and down the strip.
Yeah.
But as far as the city of Roswell, a couple things, we're very lucky to have a great relationship with them over there and do the production for Alive in Roswell. Music on the Hill is another one coming up.
The Christmas stuff too.
The tree lighting and stuff like that.
With Santa,
Yeah, we just had Music on the
really
Hill
fun.
on Friday, and it was a good one. And this band, Guardians of the Jukebox, will be at the next one.
Woo!
There we go.
Which
They're
is
paying us for that. Shut up.
But no, they're doing the next one, which is going to be fun. Alive in Roswell, we just did the 4th of July.
Yeah,
for
you
Roswell
did.
Music Festival.
Roswell Music
Festival.
Fest,
That
with
was big.
True and Jairus and Jeremy and them. They're awesome. We did the production for that one.
And that's a
Which
third
that's-
party. That's not even, affiliated with the
Right.
city. I
Exactly.
mean, obviously
Yeah.
they promote and everything, but
Right, but it just shows like how many different moving parts there are, but
Yeah.
like how smooth the city handles it, though. And what's cool with us is we get to whether it's directly with the city or a third party there or just the bars and venues on Canton Street that we have weekly music at.
Right.
It's really cool to kind of be a part of all those things.
Welcome back to Brew Talks. I'm Steve Stroud. I'm president and CEO of Roswell Inc. We're the economic development organization in the city of Roswell.
And I'm Andy Williams, president and CEO of Visit Roswell, the official destination marketing organization for the city charged with promoting tourism. And before we jump in, big thanks to our sponsor, Wellstar
Hear,
North
hear.
Fulton.
Cheers.
Love to have their support, and they're the reason we are getting this done and are able to produce these episodes for you. So thank you all to Wellstar. And really exciting guests that we have on today, because here's the deal with these two. They are all over Roswell, probably involved in more than most people realize, and it spans a number of different things.
Absolutely.
We've got Dave McPherson here, Tommy McNulty with Southeast Elite Entertainment, and we are going to jump in. What we really like to do is kind of get the background on how you guys got involved in this industry, and we're going to talk about a number of different things, but walk us back to like when you first said, hey, I'm going to make a run at this. I don't know what it's going to look like, but we're going to give it a shot and see if we can grow this thing and build it. What was that like?
Absolutely. Well, first off, it's awesome to be here with you guys, Andy and Steve.
Thanks.
Thank you for having us.
You guys run the #1 podcast, in my opinion.
Hey, man.
In the entire world.
Yeah, I love it. I love it.
Again, number 2.
Exactly. No, we're excited to be here, so thanks for having us. Entertainment has just been a part of me and Tommy's life for 20 years now.
Plus, yeah.
We've been, playing guitar and doing shows in the area, playing from the little bars to doing different kinds of private events.
Yeah.
We love to entertain and be a little ridiculous, and we don't take ourselves too seriously.
Right.
We're very self-deprecating, and
Have to be.
we just, we were playing the bar circuit for many years around here, from Canton Street, even when they first started doing live music many years ago. It's changed on Canton Street over the years.
Yeah.
And we're very blessed to have so many places that offer live entertainment and stuff like that in the area. And we were just playing the circuit around here, and things started to grow, and we started to have kids and stuff, and we couldn't play as much as we wanted to. We used to play 4 or 5 nights a week.
5 nights a week.
Wow.
A lot of them
Wow.
are late, and you get married, you get older.
Yeah. Things
And
slow
you're like, I want to be
down.
home
Yeah.
with the kids.
Oh, yeah.
And, the wife wants you to be home with the kids, and it's slow down.
Bed by 9
and,
o'clock.
And he and I, we're best friends now. We're partners and everything. And but we probably met about like 12 years ago. We've known each other, obviously for a while, because the circuit's pretty small musicians.
It's a small world.
It is.
Yeah.
And we ended up, hanging out one night, and then I think I was like kind of booking a couple rooms like that I played at and stuff. And then Dave, I'll let you tell you, but he had the idea. He's like, you know what? I can do this. Like, I can start booking rooms.
Yeah.
So we were kind of looking for ways to stay involved in the scene, but also ease back off so we could hang out with the family a little more too. And, that's where Dave got the idea of for Southeast Elite Entertainment.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we had a pretty good network of local musicians and stuff, just
And
from
venues.
playing out and communicating with them. And, and when some of these spots would call us to come play, and if we were booked or something, we're like, well, we can't do it, but we know a guy, or, we can help you facilitate it. And that kind of just grew from that point to all the places we're playing, just started saying, hey, can you help us out? And we saw a need that a lot of these places were having a tough time kind of booking their own
Tracking
music or
somebody
like,
down.
because
I mean,
Quality of good high caliber talent too. You know, it's
Yeah.
hard.
Yeah.
You know, it's
And
a
it's-
gamble sometimes if you don't.
it's kind of like herding cats with the musicians to get them to.
Oh, I'm sure.
You know,
We love our musicians, but
I mean, we're the same way.
were there
it's like,
too.
you know,
Yeah.
it's we're all
Well,
cut
and,
from the same
and
cloth.
from that though, you've evolved this into just more than booking some nights at 1920 or
Yeah.
Rock and Taco. It's more you now you do equipment. You make sure that they're prepared. You do stuff for us.
big festivals.
Festivals like Alive in Roswell.
Yep.
So tell us about that side of the business because that's always growing, especially on the corporate side.
Yeah, absolutely. That's been a kind of a runoff of the entertainment stuff. A few years ago, you start getting, inquiries for, do you have a stage? Or do you have a PA? Or do you have lights or anything like that? And we're like, well, no, I don't have that yet. But if you
could
need
have.
it, I'm going to find a way to get it and help facilitate more live music,
Yeah,
concerts.
it kind of organically grows as
Right.
you're going. Like, okay, well, that's a good idea. I could do that. It's a ebb and flow. You got to balance. Well, is it the right time to proceed? And that sometimes you want to jump right onto a new endeavor, and it's hard sometimes to be patient. But slowly, surely, we talk about it. We're like, all right, let's dip into this a little bit more here. We're ready to do this, and it's really kind of like I said, just naturally grown like that, especially with City of Roswell and the big events, which are our favorite, pretty much our favorite things to do.
Yeah, I mean, y'all are all over the place, and it's funny. I mean, if you probably ask the majority of the people, what Southeast Elite Entertainment is, you're a booking agency. You find time. We use you guys. One of our favorites is Tyson Halford. We love him.
He's awesome.
Yeah, he's incredible.
I
And
remember
so
when I
that's
introduced you to him at the old defunct Colbers. I said, "This guy's great, Dave."
Oh,
McPherson."
yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, he sounds like Chris
because he was my
Stapleton.
old day guitarist.
Oh no
Oh,
way.
wow.
Okay.
And in my band, and he was doing construction at that time. Like, man, there's nothing wrong with construction.
Yeah.
But like, you have such talent that you could be doing
Be
music
more.
and make that.
100%.
So, yeah,
Here he is, and now he's all over
one of the
place.
favorites.
He is
He's
all
amazing.
over.
Well,
Yeah.
and it's you start with that, and it's easy because you guys handle every bit of that. I love it because I can tell you what we're looking for, and then boom, you come back with options and pricing, and it's a done deal.
Yeah.
But here you are emceeing the Roswell Youth Day Parade,
Yeah.
right? I mean,
Yeah.
you're all over the place. You guys really, to Steve's point, you're involved in AV, in production, in stage management, artist management. It really does span a number of different things. And so elaborate on really some of those different things that you do with the city, because you really do have your hands in a number of different things. And obviously we know, there's a lot going on in Roswell. Our event calendar, I would put up against
Filling
pretty
up.
much anybody's. So
365 days a year now. It's great. Man.
Yeah,
like you
right.
were saying earlier, this city's just like really just gone
Cranking
perfect.
it.
The way that they're just moving up and progressing with all the
100%.
events.
So what are some of those bigger things that y'all have moved on to or evolved into that you really get excited about? Like what's booking musicians and talent, one thing, but what's one of those things you're like, man, this is actually really fun.
Yeah. I mean, I think Tommy and I are doing everything we can to not have to get a real job.
There you go.
I love it.
So we're like, all right, what else
Nobody
can we
would
keep
take us
doing?
anyways, yeah.
And but with the city of Roswell, this being my hometown and growing up
Yeah,
here,
Roswell High.
At Roswell
Right.
High, 99, shout out.
Yeah.
The city's changed so much. Just from back in the day on Canton Street, it being a lot of kind of like some retail shops and now there's music all up and down the strip.
Yeah.
But as far as the city of Roswell, a couple things. We're very lucky to have a great relationship with them over there and do the production for Alive in Roswell. Music on the Hill is
Yeah,
another one
Music on the
coming
Hill.
up.
The Christmas stuff too.
The tree
right?
lighting
and
Yeah.
stuff
Yeah,
like that.
lighting with Santa,
Yeah.
I mean.
Yeah, we just had
That's
Music
always
on the
really
Hill
fun.
on Friday,
Yep.
and it was a good one. And this band, Guardians of the Jukebox, will be at the next one.
There we go.
Which
You're
is-
paying us for that. Shut up.
But no, they're doing the next one, which is going to be fun. Alive in Roswell, we just did the 4th of July.
Yeah,
for
you
Roswell
did.
Music Festival.
Roswell
Music
Music
Festival.
Fest, yeah,
That
with
was big.
True and Jairus and Jeremy and them. They're awesome. We did the production for that one.
And that's a
Which
third
that's-
party. That's not even,
Yeah.
affiliated with the
Right.
city. I mean,
Exactly.
obviously they promote
Yeah.
and everything, but yeah.
Right, but it just shows like how many different moving parts there are, but
Yeah.
like how smooth the city handles it, though. And what's cool with us is we get to whether it's directly with the city or a third party there, or just the bars and venues on Canton Street that we have weekly music at.
Right.
Yeah.
It's really cool to kind of be a part of all those things.
Well, and Chris Ward does a fantastic job playing in the special events.
Yeah.
Obviously, she runs Alive in Roswell and a number of those. So having that relationship, I could
Chris
only
is
see
awesome.
that
Andy,
growing,
Chris, Jonathan over there at Parks
Yeah,
and Rec.
good
They're
folks.
the
Oh, yeah.
best. Yeah.
But the corporate side, that's grown quite a bit.
Yeah,
Where
yeah.
you're getting the calls to say, hey, you got some monitors? You can set up some big screens.
Yeah.
We need a stage and we've got somebody coming to speak.
Exactly.
You're
Yeah,
seeing
we'll
that happen.
take care of it. We call ourselves full service event production at
Right.
this point now because we want somebody to be able to reach out to us and say, well, we need this, 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 and this. And us say, okay, we'll take care of all of it.
Streamline the whole thing.
Yeah.
That's the goal.
From the stage, the lighting, the sound, the LED walls, that's been a big addition that that we've enjoyed getting
So
into.
that's a good point too, because say MIMS Museum of Technology and Art, you know, they've got a corporate group, zero music, right?
Right.
They just it's essentially called a conference or
Presentation.
convention. So that is something you would not shy away from. You're saying, yeah, we'll take that on.
Give us a power
Absolutely.
outlet, or not even a generator, whatever. Yeah, we'll do
We
the
just,
rest.
I mean, we did Brewable. They had their party last year, and you know, we came in and just set up the stage, the lighting, and the LED screens on both sides, so they can you know, run their silent auction and stuff like that. And yeah, MIMS has been great.
That's been a good connection.
Absolutely.
And you guys just kicked off like a month and a half ago, maybe 2 months, at Southern Post.
Yes.
You're doing all the music nights.
Oh, yeah.
Which are
Yeah,
first
Southern
Monday.
Post.
No,
Yeah.
first Thursday,
First
right?
Thursday of
First
the month.
Thursday.
Yep.
Got it right here.
Love Southern Post.
Southern Post is a great example of what you guys are doing.
Yeah.
We were out there the other night, and it was phenomenal.
Yeah, we love being a part of the music scene and just making sure the musicians keep working and you know, that everybody has quick access to have great entertainment.
Yeah.
Trivia, karaoke, DJs, staging, all that stuff. You know, we want to be able to say, and them have no problem getting it taken care of.
And you know, to your point, saying like how we've grown this, you know, a lot of that is, you know, with the entertainment industry, whether, you know, I'd like to use the example of like weddings, like a wedding DJ, right? Which we do. You know, to start off, it's a little hard at first, right? But once you get your craft out there and reputation, it just kind of snowballs, right? And word of mouth, that's been really big for us. So like Roswell, especially when Southern Post contacts us, we're already kind of a known quantity to them.
That's right.
Hopefully a good one. Obviously, they contacted us. So, you know, it's really, you know, every venue, every gig, every event's important because, you know, we have to prove our mettle. And then if we do a good job, which we seem to have been so far, you know, we're getting more and more contacts about that. So,
Well, and this is one of those, you know, 100,000 population centers, city, but it's a small community.
Yes.
It is,
At the end of the day, we were chatting before we went on air, you know, who we knew, right?
Exactly.
But it is a who you know, right?
Sure.
Because when you do a good job, they're going to refer you, and that's
and conversely, if you don't, well, we'll
we'll
talk about that.
It's like a bad taco, boy. You're not going back for that taco.
Can't get away from a bad taco.
You can't
That's
get
for
away
sure.
from a bad taco.
Well, I have two questions. All right. This is interesting. So I'm trying to think which one I'm going to start off with. So first, I'll ask it this way. Every once in a while, you'll see, you know, booking agencies, companies like yours that, you know, 3 p.m. on a Friday, in need of a musician for tonight, you know, at 7 p.m.
Oh, that's
It stresses me out reading those. Is that stressful to y'all? Or is that normal?
So,
I mean, it is. I mean, we can kind of, it is, but
It is.
Go ahead,
we
Tommy.
both do this. I guess we should say probably like when it comes to the day-to-day in terms of like the actual our venues and stuff and the musicians, that's kind of more my thing. Dave and I both will handle it, but I'm on top of those things.
Yeah.
So, you know, you don't have time to stress about it. You're like, make it happen. You know, just make it happen. And fortunately, we have a large enough Rolodex of quality musicians to where we almost always can. You know, we have musicians that have emergencies pop up last minute, they
that's
cancel.
life.
And one of the most important things for our reputation and showing who we are is to be able to just, no problem, got you
Adapt.
covered.
Yeah.
We'll contact the venue immediately. Like, look, he had to cancel. Don't worry about it. We got this guy great coming.
Yep.
It's not ideal because some of these venues will promote, you know, a week out. And so, you know, that guy's
sure.
not going to be there. But the number one thing is to always have somebody there. Always provide the service.
I love that, man. That's the way to do it.
It's a
right
challenge
there.
for us. You know, it almost gets the adrenaline going.
Yeah.
And we're lucky that because we have this amazing app that we use for our musicians. It's, you know, if something comes up last minute, we pop in the app and you have the rostered musicians who see it and they'll, I can go do it. It's kind of like Uber for musicians.
Oh, you gotta love
Yeah,
that.
you, last minute.
And
you
we will, and sometimes if it's really close, so I might reach out directly to some of them too.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But you just make it happen. You know, that's any job, right? Hey, deadline's here, do it. Well, I can't just do it. All right.
Yeah.
Sometimes if you see me posting on Facebook, that means it's like
Little desperate
it's
probably at that
dire.
point.
It's
Is it
like,
really?
okay, hey, well,
Yeah, it's not often. I will say it's
it's a
That's
fire
awesome.
drill.
Yeah,
It's a fire drill.
It's a fire
I mean,
drill.
we can count on one hand this year, or maybe 3 digits even. Like if I don't even know if we have had one where we weren't able to provide, you know,
Right.
the
It's
musicians.
pretty rare,
We just make it happen. You don't think about not.
Yeah.
You just, you know,
It just-
you can do it.
Yeah,
That's
right.
They're
Make it
there.
happen.
Yeah.
Well, what's and my follow up to that? It's not related at all, but and you can take this a number of different ways. Let's avoid raunchiness.
Oh, come on.
But I'm going to talk. Yeah, I know we could probably have a field day with that.
That's another podcast.
One of the crazier things that you've seen, you know, maybe it was weather related, maybe it was just grand production, and it was like, wow, this is nuts. maybe it was, something that just went south really
We've seen it
fast
all.
and you had to jump in? Like, give me something crazy.
Just a couple weeks ago, you were
Well, I mean, you speak of weather. The weather has been
number
Not
one
your
enemy.
friend.
Yeah.
Not,
Not a-
any
not
of
a
our friends
friend
for outside
lately.
activity.
I mean, it seems every weekend for the past month or month and a half, we're having to. I mean, we're getting drenched on gigs. Couple lightning storms.
And this is when the day of says, oh, nothing's going to happen.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Right.
I mean, it just happened on Saturday.
Yeah.
I looked at it and I was like, all right, sunshine all day, perfect.
Yep.
Clouds
Boom.
rolling in. Here it comes. Boom. It hit us again. It wasn't too bad on Saturday, but
Yeah, it went away fast.
it went away fast.
But the thing is, we're dealing with thousands of dollars of electrical
Yeah.
equipment.
Right.
So,
Oh, yeah.
so the most important thing, first and foremost, is safety of us and our employees, right?
Right.
Because,
Yeah.
electric shock is a real thing. So that's first thing.
It's a
But
real
after
deal.
that, the rain could just destroy any. And so some venues at times are like, well, it's just sprinkling. And we're like, yeah, but even a little bit of water. So sometimes you got to cover everything up.
Yep.
And then hopefully it blows over and you get it going. But that's just part of the job.
Yeah. I mean, crazy as far as crazy stuff.
He did preface it saying keep it.
Well, I mean,
When him and I used to play more in the Buckhead and Midtown bar scene.
Yeah, then
the
you'd
mid-
see a lot.
2000s,
Oh, yeah. This is a
Things I
little.
wouldn't tell my children.
We know that scene.
Yeah, we always
No,
talk
yeah.
about, Uber
What are
calls
some
this the
crazy
night,
things?
the early shift.
The early
Yeah,
shift, the
what are some
coffee.
The
crazy
early
things?
birds.
Yeah.
Crazy things that have thrown us for a curveball last minute. There's tons. A
Yeah.
stage falling.
I found a pacifier in my guitar the other day. At a gig.
That was
There
my
you go.
I
That's
need
good.
that back.
That's
by the
a
way.
murder.
Yes,
Yeah.
thank you.
And a snack too, a little piece of like a Nutrigrain bar. I was like, oh,
Oh,
Course
well,
they did.
So that was-
There was no
Yeah,
food tab
like
included. So
yeah, that's kid related.
yeah,
Yeah,
kids,
weather's a big thing. I'm sure, if we had time to go over it, we would.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's
Yeah.
funny too. Going back to Chris Ward, we have a running joke. I text her about 30 minutes before every live, and I'm like, "You ready for your monthly rain shower?" Because inevitably, it seems like every third Thursday, there's going to be some shower.
Go
that's gonna
ahead
roll
and
just
through.
the red of it. Yeah.
Just get
Make
it
sure
out.
that's part of the timeline. You know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
right? So-
Exactly.
And when it comes to live, we're going to do our best not to make the show go on.
Yeah.
Because
Oh,
last
yeah.
year we canceled one and it ended up being nice. You just
It
never know.
cleaned out. I remember.
It did.
And
Yep.
it cooled down. That
It
was
did. It was
crazy.
beautiful.
It
Guardians
was-
were supposed to play that night.
Oh,
and
really?
we were so excited, man, to do their show.
Yeah.
And here it comes.
Yep.
And it's
Oh,
just
yeah.
end of the world, impending doom coming. And
Yeah.
ended up, we were like, all right, that's just not safe.
Yeah, we're pretty much amateur meteorologists at this point. We'll
Yeah,
start
yeah,
getting
yeah,
well,
look
wait
at
till
the
one
cloud,
up at 5,
let's see
okay,
how
let's see,
fast
and
it's
then
swirling.
cover it
Yeah.
up now because
Yeah.
it can. We both have those gigs where all of a sudden it just starts pouring, right? And
Yeah.
so always we're always a little more, we'll be a little more. We'll get ready and kind of cover things up a little bit
Little
ahead of
time.
time now because once it starts, man,
You're done for.
yeah.
Well, you guys are a key sponsor in Summer Sipping this year, and
Yes,
we
happy to do
appreciate.
that. Yeah,
Thank
appreciate
you,
you
all
guys
for
for
jumping.
doing that.
That's a
We love
great.
that. We love it.
It's we have 62 restaurants participating this year, which is awesome, right?
Yeah,
Because
absolutely.
that's all across the city, and prime customers obviously for you, but also it just shows what the community has done. We've grown that thing from 5, restaurants back in the day, and this is our 10th year. For
You
Summer
said
Sipping.
62?
62
Yeah.
Congratulations on
restaurants.
10. That's awesome.
Yeah, so that tells you because we got over
program.
200 plus restaurants, not counting the fast food restaurants,
Yeah.
in the city of Roswell.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of opportunity. I tell people all the time, they're like, I need to grow my business. I need to do this. And I said, you got to start right here in your neighborhood. Like your neighbors are prime candidates for your business, and same thing for you guys, right?
Yeah, and that's why we're so honored because what you guys do in the community is amazing, and just to be affiliated with you guys, be on the show, and represent Roswell, the greatest city on earth.
Well,
sir.
we agree with that.
It's all about community.
We
for
cheer
sure.
on it
Love it.
every day. We
Yeah.
love on this place.
I like that
and-
you called this a show. We're gonna have to start with
It
a
is.
show.
Welcome to the show.
Yeah, I was showing my kids on
Staging,
YouTube.
blocking.
See, clearly Andy and I are growing up in the
What
business.
else?
Yeah.
Top notch.
So tell us how our listeners can get a hold of you. I've been too many times in too many restaurants in this little village when somebody's like, "Hey, our guy's not coming in tonight to strum the guitar."
Yeah.
Oh, have you texted him? Oh yeah, we've blown his phone up. They need you, right?
Down
Yeah.
Southeast
Yeah.
Lee, that's
So
awesome.
yeah, I think so. So how do they get a hold of you?
Yeah, well, you can call me or Tommy anytime. We'll give you our personal phone numbers.
Yeah,
of course.
we give it to everybody. SoutheastEliteEntertainment.com,
That's
first and
it.
foremost.
Perfect.
Of course, we have social media presence. You have to be on that
Got
these
it.
days. In
Yeah.
fact,
Yes.
that's probably more important than the website itself.
Yeah,
It is.
So go to Facebook. We have a pretty strong presence on that, and Instagram, where we'll also keep updates on the shows and what's going on every
Yeah.
week.
Every day we post where the live music is
Yep.
that we represent. You can go on there every day and check out, I'm going to go here, go check it out. They can download our app. It's called Gigs. It's on iOS and
GIGZ.
GIGZ on iOS and Android. Anybody that gives anybody entertainment access right at their fingertips.
That's
They just go in there and put in a
That
request.
was a couple years in the making. So
Yeah.
it's
Hey,
our
that's
very own-
really
very
cool.
own app.
Our
Finally
resident
went
genius
live.
Noah Cawthorn has put that together, and it's a great tool
Yeah.
to get entertainment or concerts or whatever you need entertainment wise. Push the button.
I will say your MySpace page is a little outdated, though. We got
We got to update that. That's
Well, we have. I mean, our friend Tom disagrees
Tom.
with you.
Tom
loves it. Joe, Fred, you'll be happy with our Friendster though. That's coming along.
Good. All right. Good job. Good job.
Well, this is what we always say. It's
tell our
great.
age.
Raise your cup.
Hey.
It's a great day to do
Hey, guys.
business in Roswell, Georgia. Thanks to you guys. Cheers.
Yep.
Thanks
you
to
so
you
much for having
guys.
us,
guys. Let's do it.
Roswell Inc. Visit Roswell.
You got
Thank
it.
you.
Brew
Cheers.
Talks.
Cheers, guys.